These are the brand new glasses from VITURE, the LUMA Pros. Now if you're familiar with XR glasses, VITURE, or have seen some of my previous videos, then you'll know what these are about. If you haven't, then think of these as the ultimate portable display that you can take anywhere and use in many different ways, all in the form factor of a pair of glasses. So let's go ahead and check them out in today's video. First up, the unboxing. As always, I've been a big fan of VITURE's packaging, and that continues here with the LUMA Pro. Opening up the box, you are met with some quick instructions and demonstrations on how to get going right away. Underneath that, you get a nice hardshell carry case, which is housing the new LUMA Pro XR glasses. A nice soft blue felt lining is sure to keep your glasses safe, and a nice light grey colour on the case gives a nice contrast. Then finally, a first look at the new glasses. In fact, these are one of 4 new pairs of glasses coming out from VITURE, but a little bit more on that later. The LUMA Pro come with a 52-degree field of view, a 152-inch virtual display at 3 meters, a 4K-like image with Harman audio, all with a brand new premium matte translucent design, which is very similar to what we saw with the new Neckband Pro design. However, we also now get some cool dynamic light effects. We can see the high quality displays here, and that's what's going to provide the 152-inch virtual display, upgraded audio with the Harman speakers, and you can see the branding just here on the stalks. Buttons on both sides for different controls, and 2 dials up top for myopia adjustments. Fitment with XR glasses is by far the most important aspect when it comes to trying to get the best picture quality. So now the stalks have 3 levels of adjustments, up or down. They're still flexible to fit different sizes, and you get different nose pads to find what works best for you. Now this is important, as a good fitting nose pad will make all the difference, believe me. They simply pop on and off to change, so I'd always recommend finding what works best for you. Not only do you get all of those adjustments, but I also believe the glasses now come in 2 sizes, regular as we can see here on the box, and I believe a larger version is available. So with all of this in mind, it should help you find the exact fit that you need to get the most out of these glasses. Next up, how can you use them? Well, as I said at the start, they're essentially just a display, so you can use them in any way you'd use an actual display. However, there are some cool things which take these to the next level. I'm going to briefly cover how you can use them, but if you wanted a fuller look at certain things, go ahead and check out my channel, as I've likely already covered these in more detail. First up, the Spacewalker app is available for both Android and iOS. It allows for light work, emailing, web browsing, and even gaming with GeForce Now or Xbox Cloud Gaming. Or you could pair them up with the Neckband, which is similar to using them with a phone but in a neckband form. If you wanted to keep your phone free, then these are a great option. You don't even need to run the Spacewalker app either. Plugging these directly into your device will mirror the image, so you can binge movies or catch up on YouTube just straight from your phone. They are absolutely fantastic for media consumption. I always found the previous XR Pro glasses to offer a near edge-to-edge display with no blurry edges, and the LUMA Pros are exactly the same, if you find the right fitment. The displays are listed as 1200p resolution, but it's very much 4K-like with the clarity and resolution. Text is easily readable, colours are superb, and it is really like having a full-size cinema screen here right in front of your face, especially with those Harman speakers, which really do pack a punch. Without much noise leak, it's kind of crazy because if you cup your ears, the volume is insanely loud, but not that loud at only a few feet away. I've covered the awesome immersive 3D before in this video here, however I've got to add a little nod to it in this video because, as you'd expect, this is now an even better experience with the LUMA Pros. Or how about working anywhere at max capacity with a virtual ultra-wide display? Yes, that's right, not only can you mirror your laptop's display, you can run Spacewalker on macOS to unlock a whole host of options. Multiple different monitor layout designs, larger text, ability to look around without a fixed image, and more useful little built-in features that are just fantastic. Use them outside or inside, taking advantage of the electrochromic film to dim the outer edges, blocking out more of your peripheral vision, which helps greatly when you're outdoors. With the 4K-like displays and 120Hz refresh rate, I have no issue using these for pretty long periods. They are far more comfortable than a VR headset and still offer the ability to have multiple displays at one time. If anyone is watching and follows me on Instagram, then you'll know how much I use these glasses when I am out and about or when I decide to work in the garden. Video editing, coding, general admin tasks. I grab my laptop, head to the garden when the weather is nice, and I work at full capacity with multiple displays. As I mentioned, the text is crisp, the resolution is fantastic, and these for me are an absolute no-brainer if you work away from your desk and feel like you need an extra display. It's really here when looking at text, can you see the step up in sharpness over the VITURE Pro model, making these a definite better choice if you're looking to level up your workflow. Again, I've covered a lot of this in greater detail in some of my previous videos, so go ahead and check those out if you want to learn more about how good these are for workflows. Finally, moving on, we've got to cover gaming. We mentioned NVIDIA GeForce Now and cloud gaming earlier, but you can take it even further and pair these up with their new Ultimate Mobile Controller, and it's one of the best ways to play COD Mobile Warzone. Handhelds can often have you looking down at your display or lifting your arms up to compensate. Well, with the glasses you don't have to worry about that. There's no lag or stutters. What you see on your phone is exactly what you will see through the glasses. They can plug straight into the Steam Deck, and again, one of the best ways to play the Steam Deck in my opinion. However, if you pick up the docking station, you can essentially pair the glasses up with any HDMI device. The Switch and Switch 2 will need the dock to use the glasses because I believe their USB-C ports lack enough power output, so the dock actually makes up for this. But not only can you use a single pair of glasses, you can actually use two pairs of glasses at the same time, having a mirror image in both glasses. Now obviously I am just sat at my desk demonstrating this, but imagine if you were travelling and wanted to play some Mario Kart Worlds with your partner or friend and you both had a pair of VITURE's XR glasses. It was also at this moment whilst I was testing this feature, I really got to compare the previous Pro version against the LUMA Pros, and the LUMA Pros definitely seem to deliver a brighter, sharper image with better sounding audio. Now it's not a night and day difference as the Pros were already very good, but going back to back you can notice these differences. Then with the HDMI you can hook it up to any of your consoles. Hook it up to your PS5 and play exactly as you'd expect, as if it's just another display, again unlocking so many different potentials here. So all in all, the LUMA Pros, another cracking pair of XR glasses from VITURE that just offer so much with so many different use cases, and hopefully I've given you some ideas in today's video. However, that's not all, because as we mentioned, there isn't just one new pair of glasses from VITURE. No, there's actually 4 new pairs coming out. Yes, that's right, 4 new pairs. Now I've only got my hands on the LUMA Pros and that's what you've been seeing in today's video, but there is also the LUMA, an entry-level version coming out in September. LUMA Ultra, a step up from what you've seen in today's video, coming out in August. And then finally, the Beast. Yes, the final pair is called the Beast, which takes it even further, and they are coming out in October with pre-orders already starting, I believe. Now hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on some of these to compare them to one another, and hopefully give you a better idea of what pair might suit you for your needs. But if you didn't want to wait and wanted to grab a pair of the LUMA Pros, you will not be disappointed. As always, you will find an affiliate link down below, and using the code DeveloperAdam should save you some pennies against your order as well. A big thanks to VITURE for sending these out, and a big thanks to you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye for now.